Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be talking about the new Incursion DLC for The Division. It's coming out April 12th, just for y'all who don't know. We're going to get into this right now. I'm Eric.
And I'm Austin.
And you're probably asking what's the newest thing that's kind of changed the game. And it's obviously the Incursions. That's what it's named, the Incursion Pack. Which, just in case you didn't hear me, it does come out April 12th. That is 10 days from now, maybe 9, depending on when this is uploaded.
Best part about this DLC, it is 100% free. Ubisoft has also confirmed that the first 2 DLCs coming from them are going to be fully free. This is part of their 1-year plan that they're doing, actually.
Yeah, I can't believe that. That's actually pretty nice that they are going to be free. In case you need to get money to buy the season pass, which I do think that everybody should get the season pass. This is going to be a good game. It's proven to be a good game. By the way, we do know what we're talking about. Me and Austin are at in-game pretty much. We're nearly level 50 in the Dark Zone. We're obviously max level. We both have very high DPS guns, and we're doing the challenging missions. We're running them, farming them with ease. So,
yeah,
just letting y'all know that.
But I really find this quite almost odd coming from a corporate giant like Ubisoft, though, because Ubisoft is kind of known for not having the best customer relations. Look what happened with Watch Dogs.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. They've done a really good job here, in my opinion. I've had no issues other than bugs, but it is an MMO. There are going to be bugs, big bugs. There always has been, there always will be in an MMO, because there's so much content that they have to put into one map, and shit's gonna go wrong. That's just how it is.
Yeah. The actual patch for the game-breaking, Ubisoft is calling it the game-breaking bug. It's the falling through the map bug, if you're not aware. This has been confirmed. It's going to be patched on April the 12th, along with the Incursion DLCs.
Yeah, so that is another good thing that's coming from this. Also, the next biggest point that I have is the new gear sets. Now, if you don't know about these new gear sets, it basically puts the whole set of gear together for you, and you have to collect all kinds of pieces, I believe. It's not, they didn't talk very much about it in the live stream, but you're going to be able to get full sets of gear that go for a certain pattern, like marksman, tank, and there's a set that is specifically for the Dark Zone that you can only get in the Dark Zone. So that's going to be pretty exciting to see how that pans out. And there's also going to be the new armor rating system, so you can actually tell past rank 30 how good the person's armor is and how ready they are for the challenge.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a great addition, because, sometimes in the level 30 to 30 bracket in the Dark Zone, there's no real way of knowing who's who. You got the people that just got into the level 30 bracket, and then you got the people who are level 50 Dark Zone rank that have been farming the Dark Zone for a week now. You know what I mean? So this is going to be interesting, so you can actually identify who you're going up against for, say, if you want to go rogue on somebody.
Yeah. So you can actually tell how much, without checking them. When we go in the Dark Zone, Austin will check people's health, their armor and health. He'll shoot them once or twice and see what it does to their health bar, and he'll decide if he wants to go rogue off of that. Which is, honestly, I've seen a lot of people do it. Somebody did it to me, and I'm like, whoa, you better back off or I'm about to blow you away. Because, that's what he's doing. He's checking to see your health.
Yeah.
That's what they do, because there's no other way to check, and you don't know what you're getting into unless you see a vector in their hands or something that's just gonna blow you away, or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of odd, though, how it shows you the Dark Zone level after they've already killed you. You know what I mean? You know when you see their level and their Dark Zone level after you're already dead.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird design aspect as to not put that just on top of the level, because you can see your own Dark Zone level when you enter the Dark Zone. It stacks on top of your normal XP bar. So it's kind of weird how they didn't show that to the players.
Yeah. Also, in the April 12th update, I do believe they're releasing the new legendary named guns as well. More of them, like the ones that we already have: the Midas, the Liberator, the Pacon, the Cassidy, the Caduceus, all that stuff. So they're releasing more of those, I believe. They're releasing the new armor sets, which are green, and they're honestly a lot better than gold. You need to, as soon as those come out, you need to be getting those on as fast as you can, because with the Incursions, they said on the hardest difficulty in the Incursions, you have to have a full set of that green armor, or you're not gonna live. You're not gonna be able to complete the Incursion.
Yeah, it's going back to the new named weapons that they're talking about. I honestly, I was a little bit like, so there was some really good named weapons. For example, before the nerf, the Midas, that was fucking bullshit crazy.
I mean, I still carry it. I it's still really good. Didn't you say they're gonna nerf it again?
I thought they were gonna nerf it again, but that turned out to be false.
The first one.
Yeah, that was. I was just looking at news and I didn't check the date. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, it's still really good if you want to use it with an SMG. Like if you want to use the SMG DMR, it's still good because it's good at healing you, which is the main thing that you need to do as a marksman. Is if you get in trouble, you need that heal, so you can use that Midas. But other than if you want to rush CQB, I don't recommend the Midas though. I'd get a Vector and MP5.
Yeah, the I was a little bit disappointed with the named guns though. It may just be me. I may just not know how to run the Pacon, but by the looks of it, the Pacon and the Cassidy, those two guns, they just don't seem to have much potential to them.
Oh no, they're the lower ones. Because they're in the advanced armory dealer. Like that's just the ones like you could get to start as to maybe be your first gold weapon if you didn't want to go farm the Phoenix credits right away like we did. Because, I mean, we got the Vector blueprint, I got the Liberator blueprint, and then we both got the Midas drop in the Dark Zone.
Yeah. But I do find it odd how buying the Cassidy and the Pacon, those are both close to 500,000 credits, right?
Yeah, and it's not well spent, to be honest. No, it's not worth it. A lot of purple guns are way better than those gold named guns.
Yeah, and you can pick up the purple guns for 10,000 credits.
Yeah, or you can just literally find them everywhere.
In the Dark Zone. You can just go to the Dark Zone. This is kind of odd though. The sports store in the Dark Zone, we both got our Midas drops from that sports store.
Yeah.
So that raises the question if certain landmarks give certain drop percentages for different guns.
I don't know if that's a thing or not. We may have to look that up and see. But I doubt it. It should be randomized, and it probably is. But it may be higher in certain areas because it's like
the difficulty.
Yeah, the difficulty in like where it's at. Like maybe a sniper would be out on a long street or something, and you'd get a sniper drop from that or a higher percentage.
Yeah, but it would make sense though that we got the Midas from the sports store, because the sports store definitely is one of the harder landmarks.
And it's in a compact area.
Yeah. It's also in Dark Zone 2, I believe. Yeah, the sports store is in Dark Zone 2.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't gotten a drop from Dark Zone 3 yet, so I have no way of confirming if it's like
we've had a couple drops like
gold drops.
Gold drops. No, well, I had that one mod, but we lost it. But no, other than that we've gotten purples still.
Yeah. And your scavenging was at 160.
It was at 100. Yeah, it was at 186 at one point.
Huh.
And now it's at 8 because I have all like gold gear and I'm just crafting my stuff. I'm not trying to scavenge anymore. I'm just getting parts and farming the dailies and the challenging. The best way once you hit end game is to just do the challenging over and over and over again to farm those Phoenix credits, because the blueprints that you can get from those Phoenix credits are gonna give you a lot of good stuff, like a lot of really high tier gear. Coming from that Phoenix that Phoenix dealer.
I think the Dark Zone right.
Go ahead.
Did you?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think the Dark Zone right now is almost like underpowered in comparison to the Phoenix credit vendor, because by the time you're able to easily do runs in Dark Zone 1 to 3, you're already capable of doing challenging missions, right?
Yeah.
And you get, on average, for the daily challenge missions, you'll get 30 Phoenix credits and a gold gear item. So in comparison to that, that maybe takes you 20 minutes to do a run on, and then in comparison to the Dark Zone, it's going to take you at least half an hour to do a full cycle.
And then you most likely won't get a gold.
Yeah. So it just doesn't seem like... Ubisoft has said that they're going to do things about this. They're going to rebalance the Dark Zone. But as of now, it just doesn't seem like the incentive to go there and to risk... Really, the best thing from the Dark Zone right now is leveling up to level 50 Dark Zone rank and buying golds from the Dark Zone vendor.
Yeah, honestly, I just get mad going in the Dark Zone. I just prefer to have what I have and know that I'm going to get something at the end. And do the work and get what I deserve for going through that hell over and over and over again.
Yeah.
With randoms. It's usually me and Austin, 2 randoms.
Yeah. The also in recent news, just today, the Dark Zone, or not the Dark Zone, the Russian consulate Hornet farm has been patched. As of April 2nd, the Hornet farm has been patched, so you're no longer going to be able to do the Russian consulate Hornet farm. Sorry to all the people
I think the Madison Field Hospital is still up though, but that only drops purples. So it's if you're looking for materials, you can do that really really quickly if it's still up. I'm not sure if it's still up, but somebody can check.
Yeah. The only thing I've been seeing in the division, like the chat box, because I have the global chat box enabled, and the only thing I've seen all day is like, is Hornet patched? Is Hornet patched? Anybody, is Hornet patched? And like, you're not seeing anybody asking for Hornet farms anymore. So that's kind of a good thing in a way, because
something like that is nearly game breaking, because in the Dark Zone you're gonna get smashed now because that guy farmed all kinds of good stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And you're now you're at a disadvantage already. That's why I approach this game in a PvE standpoint, and I enjoy that more because it's just fun to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it was almost surprising to me because I come from playing PvP games. I like competitive shooters. That's basically what I kind of grew up on. But I went into the Division expecting PvP. That's not what you get from the Division. The Division is a really rich PvE co-op experience. The PvP, it's kind of almost lacking at this point. Yeah. It's not a PvP centered game. It's if you're looking for the best experience to be had in the Division, it is with the PvE, hands down.
Hands down. Because it can get challenging. You can get in a big firefight, and it's intense, and there's grenades going off everywhere, and they're firebombing you, you're going down, your buddy's like jumping around, and it's crazy, and it gets intense. In the Dark Zone, somebody comes up behind you and literally shoots you to death in like 5 seconds with their vector that has a 200,000 DPS, and you're dead. That's not fun. That's not a firefight. That's you just getting shot down in the street.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah, it's also due to the scaling is kind of broken for level 30 player-on-player contact. The Ubisoft has also said this, that the scaling system right now isn't properly optimized for level 30s to be PvPing, because it's just the way the damage scales is that a level 30 can drop another level 30 in half a magazine. I've done it. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. It's just the game is an RPG, so it's based around being bullet spongy. So you have time to react to things, and you have time to use your abilities and your utilities and all those kind of things. But as it stands, you get dropped way too fast to the point where it's just...
to where you can't do anything. You'd have to play a milsim as hell and just not even. It's not worth it. Just not worth going into the Dark Zone at all.
Bohemia Interactive's The Division.
Yeah, exactly. That's what that would be like.
Yeah.
We can more about the armor rating. Now you can actually tell and see if somebody's lying, because if they don't have a good armor rating, they're obviously not on the same tier as you, and if they need to be on that certain tier for that challenging mission or that incursion, you can now actually tell if they're lying to you or if they're the real deal. So that's a great thing that's coming out as well with the incursions.
Yeah, because like there's not really a visual representation of, like, for example, I know this is a terrible comparison, but Elder Scrolls Online, those kind of RPG games, you can see what other people are wearing very clearly. For example, like if somebody's wearing like the low tier starter armor, you'll look at them and you'll see like, oh hey, that guy's got like armor made out of leather, for example, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to somebody wearing like the best material armor. In the Division, it's very different because the armor, there's no telltale. For example, like the shooter's vest, that just shares the same texture that some of the other armors do. So there's no real way. You can't necessarily look at someone and see what their armor rating is at this point. It's very, very vague.
Yeah, it's and at least they're fixing that now. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
But let's see here. What else is coming out? I think that's it. I think that's pretty much all that's coming out in the new DLC. The main things.
I don't think there really is much else. We've covered Incursions DLC.
One more thing. We're gonna have a clan. So if you want to add one of us, my name is XX Bones 21XX.
It's something I'll put our
And
names in a little annotation somewhere.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description of the thing, our names. But you can add us on Ubisoft, and when the clans come out, because that's part of the April 12th update as well. When the clans come out, we will put together a big clan, full of really good high level 30s.
Yeah.
So
I'm also curious to see whether the clans, like what Ubisoft is going to do to make sure there's not an excess of clans. You know what I mean? Like, are they going to charge Phoenix credits? Are they going to charge normal credits? Are they going to charge real money? Like, what's going to be the trade-off for owning a clan?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. But we'll have to see, for sure. Anyways, I believe that's it for us, right?
I think that's all we have.
Well, also, if you want to play with us, make sure to add us on the Division, and we'll play.
All right. This has been Eric and Austin's Adventures, and we hope to see you all in the future. Take care.
I need to stop mine.